It is only a
This is the story of how a nice Jewish boy went from the streets of New York to millionaire rock star to washed-up has-been to proud father of three. My name is Mimi Janowitz. My son was born Lawrence David Janowitz on July 6, 1959 in New York's Hell's Kitchen. You might know him better as Lynch Jones, singer for the punk rock group band The Pricks. That handsome devil is my husband Abe, a New York City police officer. Lawrence completely idolized his father, but when the boy was just 13, Abe was killed as he tried to stop a mugging. Life would never be the same. As a teenager, Lawrence was constantly in trouble. Such Cirrus, he caused me. One day, his best friend Cookie stole a guitar. I tried to get the boys to return it, but Lawrence would not put it down. Next thing you know, Cookie steals a bass, and they decide to start a band. They called themselves the Pricks with an X. Then, because you can't be a rock star with a name like Lawrence Janowitz, he changed his name to Lynch Jones. Whatever. To me, he'll always be Lawrence. The following summer, the boys worked as waiters in the Catskills. That's where they met their drummer, Maggot. And the rest, as they say, is history. The Pricks were an overnight sensation. Their first album sold over 10 million copies. Personally, I thought it was a bunch of noise, but I had such nachas. One night after a show in '79, Lynch met a groupie slut from Queens named Debbie Goldstein. At least she was Jewish. My first grandchild, Prism, was conceived right there in the ladies' room. Soon after having Prism, Lawrence and Debbie were married. And soon after that, they were divorced. I shouldn't have been surprised when my slutty daughter-in-law became America's favorite sex therapist, Dr. Debbie Gold. Despite her humble beginnings, my Prism graduated magna cum laude from Harvard Law School. Now she's engaged to one of the most powerful studio heads in Hollywood. It's a new world. As far as my son was concerned, life was one big party. But the party would come to an end in the summer of '83 when that schmuck of a manager convinced the boys they needed to fit in with that new wave bracket. What a nightmare that was. Then, when a drunk Cookie accused an even drunker Lynch of stripping his wife in some fancy hotel bathroom, the Pricks were forcocked. My poor Lawrence spent most of the '80s in a drunken stupor. Would you believe it was the king of rap, D Major, who got him out of it? It was D who took Lawrence to his first AA meeting, and that's where he met the snake. Martin and Shadow's mother, Janice. After causing enough grief for 2 lifetimes, the Shiksa divorced my son. Now she's stripping that big shot what's-his-name, the founder of Crystal Calm Entertainment. Somehow, the Fabissina convinced the big shot to give my Shadow a record deal. But my famous granddaughter has yet to be bat mitzvahed.
The last time I freaked out, I just kept looking down. I sister started praying, asked me what I'm thinking.
Meanwhile, the light of my life, my grandson Martin, the golf prodigy, tells me he's now a Buddhist. Buddhist, schmoodist, what he needs is a nice Jewish girl. So, just when my Lawrence thinks he finally has everything under control, his accountant bursts that bubble with one word: Madoff. Watching everything you've worked for disappear overnight would make anyone go mashuga. But when my son, the 50-year-old, twice divorced, alcoholic punk legend, tells me he's going to make a comeback, I only have one thing to say. Ay, vey is mir.